Oh, wow, what a feast. A green napkin for a green year, guys. Cannot wait to get into the data with you here today. Guys, Bitcoin has broken so many key barriers over the past few weeks, but right now, as you can see, we're currently sitting in one crucial area. As you can see, if we switch to the 4-hour chart, you can see right here, we've actually come to test this area numerous times, almost a dozen times since just yesterday, January 28th. It wants to break this area, but what is this area? Will it bounce off of this moving average as it has so far on these smaller time frames? Will it use as its support? And why is this such a big area? Seemingly after breaking all these things, why is this, providing so much resistance? If we take a zoom back, we'll show you just how important this is and what this means. Crucial. And if we are able to break that, which the momentum suggests that we are trying so darned hard to get above that, guys, come on, get real. This is absolutely beautiful. We have to look on so many different charts here. Here we have the daily. This very critical level is trying to break right here, guys. Absolutely so important. Cannot wait to spend time getting into this and how important this is. The bullish momentum is just absolutely real. It is absolutely vital and it is thriving. What are the next targets? Can this thing absolutely moonshot up to 15, 16, 17, even knock back to all-time highs within the next few months? We really have to take a look at this, but really want to spend a lot of time on these smaller time frames and really look at the move that is going on right now, okay? Because in my opinion, I sense that we're going to see a very nice pattern play out on these smaller time frames on like the 4-hour and maybe some more detail here on the 1-hour, guys. So get ready. This is going to be a good one. Wow, guys, thank you so much for joining me. I just got done feasting on 12 dozen crab legs, crab bodies to be in particular. I actually don't eat the legs. According to ancient voodoo text, eating the bodies of crabs lets you absorb their soul, and it lets me become more of a fish creature. Guys, this is absolutely insane. Thank you so much for joining me here on this very exciting episode. We have so much exciting stuff going on. And guys, we only have 2 days left. This will be giving away, these two ledgers will be raffled off in 2 days, okay? So this is either the last or the second last video to enter. All you have to do is leave a comment below. And guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to leave a like, make sure to leave subscribe. Turn on those post notifications, ding that bell, guys, and we can get into the good stuff. Wow, absolutely exciting. I did just want to let you know, I actually put in the order earlier this week for those ledgers. So we have 3 ledgers coming. We're going to do another giveaway for this upcoming month. We might even do just a giveaway like once every week instead of just waiting till the end of the month. And I ordered 3 different colors, actually pretty spicy, pretty cool. But guys, I want to point your attention to this. Guys, if you're on Twitter, make sure to retweet this post because this is absolutely beautiful. I want to actually zoom out and show you guys this chart. I showed it a little bit yesterday, but this is absolutely extremely exciting. This is what's in store potentially for 2020. And right now is the most exciting part because right now is determining if we're actually going to head on that trajectory. A month ago we were talking about, is this inverse head and shoulders actually legit? Is it going to break? When we first started tracking that. And guys, as you know, it absolutely did. We've been talking about all the bullish scenarios. And so far, every single bullish scenario that we've talked about, it has ended up being the most bullish scenario. So we say like, well, it could be this, it could be even better like this. And so far, it's been the best of all our scenarios. It doesn't mean it'll last forever. However, guys, we have to talk about this. This is super important. Here it is. So if you're on Twitter, make sure to go retweet that, you guys. And as well, let me zoom out and show you this chart. Before we get into a lot of the technical analysis, let's zoom out and show you this weekly chart here. Okay, this key structural line of Bitcoin, okay, the bounces that it's had off of it, even going back to 2013. Now, guys, as we got to the bottom of it, on the bottom of the inverse head and shoulders, is this the bounce out of this? And is this the mega bounce off of this pattern here and into some very beautiful new highs? Looking at this chart, if the trajectory was, this way, granted it won't be straight like that. It'll probably have some ups and some downs, some dips and some dops, some dumps and some pumps. But if that is the trajectory, then boys, we are heading to some, boys and ladies and gentlemen, we are headed to some crazy, crazy levels that even a man with such refined taste as myself, only eating the gooeyest part of the crab leg, even that would excite me. Sorry, the crab bodies and heads, to be clear. So guys, absolutely awesome. So let's actually take a big zoom off, a big zoom into here. Let's take a look at what's going on this hourly chart here. Mainly it's the 4-hour we want to look at, but just so we can get some more expanded data, we're going to look at the 1-hour chart. So look at this. Bitcoin, and actually, you know what? Let's even go to the 30 minutes so you can see just how many times Bitcoin's come up to test this. Okay, and it was going on even just within the last hour, actually. Okay, comes right up to this like $9,400 level, rejected, comes right back down here, gets rejected, falls below this key line here, gets back above it, and then again rejected right here. It keeps trying to test this, okay? It continues to. So on the 1 hour chart, you can see this line, it keeps coming back to this line here. You can see over and over ever since this is broken out, and it continuously finds support, and it wants to push here. But guys, as you can see, let's actually go to the daily and zoom out. This area is absolutely crucial for Bitcoin for a massive reason, okay? Okay, as you can see, as I zoom out, this descending triangle that formed this massive descending channel, really, after it broke out, that huge dump right there. Let me zoom in so you can see that. After it broke out of this descending channel, or descending triangle, okay, right here, you can see that big dump right here. That's exactly what we're testing right now, the very bottom of that, okay? So that's crucial there. But we also notice this, that right about this area, right about here, is a very important point during the bear market of 2018, basically, the entire year. This gigantic descending triangle that, again, also broke down like this. These two patterns are very identical right here. This one was clearly much smaller and less, I guess, less abrasive to see, less abrasive to deal with, okay? But you can see both of them had a very vertical drop down, and the last one, we don't have the data on this just yet. The last one, after hitting this trend line right here, boom, went straight up. Now the same thing is happening here. I'm sure you guys know this, okay? This is absolutely critical though. The descending triangle here did the same thing, dropped, continued to fall here until it hit this bottom line right here. And what we're seeing now is very similar to what we saw here, okay? Broke out of that giant descending triangle exactly like this one, broke out of it, curved up, and look at that, 180% gains over that, over 180% gains from here, okay? From 3,000 all the way up to 14,000 US dollars here. So currently we're actually getting a repeat in that sense. However, this time we have a clear 7-month pattern that we are breaking out of and that we've already broken out of. So this can signal further bullish momentum. There are many other things that indicate this is actually a bullish reversal here. I think the market honestly was just very bullish back here and it wanted to get above some key levels and it just wasn't able to because it was too early. Okay, the bear market and the bearish natural movement of the market just had not completed yet. However, now, again guys, this is why this is so exciting. Okay, as we touch this line for the second time, it looks as though we are really trying to push. I would be absolutely shocked if we did not get a move at least, at the very least, over the next month or so to test these highs right here around 14,000. I would be shocked if we didn't get a move up to there in the meantime. I would be actually shocked if we went from where we are right now and went back to touch this line. That would be absolutely bearish. We have to admit that. That would be very bad for the market if we get rejected and went all the way back down to touch this line instead. Okay, this looks absolutely like it wants to continue pushing up here. And if we break the lows that were actually in there for June 24th all the way to September 24th about, so almost 3 entire months, basically 3 entire months, this mini descending triangle here, we break those, that's where we're finding that resistance right now. Okay guys, super important, and I think we could spend another day or two here, but I think the momentum really wants to push this thing higher, so that's super key to watch out here. Again, we've broken so many key bullish momentum indicators so far, and I would not be surprised. In fact, I think we should continue up. In fact, you see the entire market switch bullish, which again could be a contrarian indicator and something we should look at the opposite of. But again, this macro trend line here, okay, we've seen bounces on here over and over again since before I was even into crypto. Okay, we go all the way back to like 2013. Okay, look at this. So this line is absolutely key, and again, we're getting the same bounce here. I'll show you this one more time. From the bottom of that to the last bounce, it was 270%. Okay, the one before that, from that bounce to here, it was like, wow, look at that, 2,000%. Okay, so 2,000, then there was like a 280 bounce. This was during the bull market though. This was a bearish bounce. It was a bullish bounce in a bear market. And then here, could we see a similar bounce? If this is truly the beginning of a bull market, could we see a similar bounce? Okay, guys, and that's where things get really exciting. If we start throwing crazy numbers out there, like 1,000%, obviously $100,000 Bitcoin in the next like year and a half, that's a little crazy. We're not saying that, although it is possible. Anything is possible, but that's not really what we're saying is going to happen. Like that would be crazy if I just outright said 100,000, you know, by then. But you know, this definitely is very real. Break out of a descending triangle, boom, touch the bottom, up. Break out of a descending triangle, boom. It did take longer, granted. This was a very long descending or a falling descending channel. But again, guys, remember, descending channels are absolutely bullish. And so far, all we've seen is confirmation of bullish moves there. Super exciting. So this is the chart I'm really excited to show you guys. I just love looking at this because it looks as though bounce mode is absolutely, it looks like possibilities are endless, okay? These kind of charts, these kind of moves up into this area, keep in mind where this chart is right now, like the 55, 60, 70,000, even up to 100,000. By the middle of 2021, we could even see some bullish moves going into that. Absolutely crazy. We have the halving coming up right around, let me draw it on here, right around this area here. Okay, only a few months left. Okay, absolutely awesome. Very many good possibilities here. But again, right now, we need to break this key bottom of what that descending triangle was of this descending channel. We've already broken the descending channel, but now we have to look horizontally on the chart and we have to see, okay, we need to break this as resistance. And it's been putting up a decent fight for over 24 hours now. I don't necessarily think this will be like a 2-week thing. I think this will break sooner or later. I give it max a couple of days to see if this actually breaks upwards or if we come back down to test for support around here, around that 87, what we talked about, and then trying to bounce up again. But again, so much bullish scenarios in the entire market. This thing's absolutely printing so many bullish things. Everyone is saying this. You guys are seeing this around the globe. Everybody's very hype and very bullish for this right now. Which again, guys, could be a warning to be careful. I wanted to come on and share this data with you guys. Absolutely beautiful. We're consolidating right now, but it is much needed, guys. When there's pumps, there's dumps. When there's dumps, there are pumps. But remember, for the past few weeks, as we've been completely remaining bullish, we've had periods of consolidation once, twice. This was even, people got really depressed here, but then we had that big bounce that we called the 8200. Wow, absolutely beautiful there. And now we might be seeing a little bit of area for consolidation again, but I do have a feeling that we could be pushing to test this within the next few days as well, to break above this. And then to 10K potentially, guys. Awesome stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one.